What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Memphis. Make sure y'all click that like, click the subscribe button. We back with some more the Bleu Davinci and Young G's The Untold Story. Let's get to it.
Now, those ties didn't mean that you weren't able to show up and be at a club and appear around Jeezy, but I mean ties as far as being able to do anything for or with legally BMF. That was over. So that means no more songs, no more, none of that could make money with Def Jam. Nothing that had to do with Def Jam, he would include BMF with. Period. When he said he was cool with me or not. Period. So I didn't understand it then. Remember, through all of this shit that I'm talking about, I'm a kid. I wasn't a 45-year-old man that knows what he knows now. I was like a 25, 24, 25, 26-year-old young man that was being exposed to a whole lot of shit in real time, a lot of shit I knew, but I didn't know everything. And to go back to that question right quick, I should have signed him. That's something that I did wrong. But I was going off the real pre-test, the street. Man, I never even thought that he would do nothing like that. This BMF, nigga, we buying this car, change he with us. You feel me? He gonna be too scared to do something like that, is what I thought. But how they would, once I kicked to you how it played out, it's gonna all make so much sense. So now, let me just speed up. Going on, Wolf, this happened with Wolf. Now, when it happened with Wolf was the third day of a 45-day studio session at Patchwork for the launch of BMF Entertainment, the first real official music for BMF Entertainment, including Jeezy, Bleu Davinci, and some other people that we'll talk about in some other time. Now, the third day, I got the first week, I'm recording. I'm giving Jeezy the second week. And then the third week is broke down 3 days at a time between the different artists and so on and so forth until the 45 days is done. That's how I scheduled it. It's my company, I scheduled it. I'm letting you guys know how I ran this company. I scheduled the pay. We got the brown bag, paid Curtis the brown paper bag of money. He's online talking about it and everything. So when we start the studio, I got my producers in there, got my engineers in there, I'm paying everybody, I'm running this whole, there's no meat in there saying, all right, look, we gonna run this through SSL, we gonna have Josh mix it over here, but we gonna have Andy mix these three because it's this sound and we need more low 808 and Andy's better with them low 808 sound. This is me in there running the record money, okay? So now, I allot Jeezy in time to record. The gunshots go off that day. I don't return back to the studio. I leave out the studio with a carbon 15 and people at the studio thought I did the shooting, but the shooting was done and I got the call and I looked at it. Last time I came back. Speed up. Meech had people go home to their respective states until he figured out what was going on with his double homicide charge. Okay? So everybody that was from BMF, it was a shot Meech called and he sent everybody home. So while we all went back to LA. So while we in LA, what I do is I make an executive decision. And I tell Jeezy, I say, look, I'm not going to kill the studio session because we probably going to be back 30, 20, 2, 3 weeks. We'll be back. So just stay in that bitch and keep working. Crank out records. But we still got to be on time for when we come back together. I ain't worried about this. It's going to be popping. So he sent a couple records back the first couple weeks. And then next thing you know, bro, that I just get a call, bro. And it was Jeezy. He was like, hey, I did it, bro. I did it for the fam. Just did it. I'm like, you did what? I'm still in LA. He's like, nigga, I just did it for the fam. I just signed the Pump and Def Jam. I said, what? How did that happen? He's like, the Jazzy fan was in the studio next day making the beats for bad man, nigga, ain't there fucking with Jazzy fan, nigga, and blah. I'm like, bro, let me call you back. I called me. Like, bro, why is calling me talking about he just signed all kind of record deals? And what the, we like, yeah, man, nigga, it's on. Signed the Def Jam. He with Puff. I'm like, what you mean? He with Puff and he signed the Def Jam, bro. Like, we not involved. Like, wait, why nobody gonna tell me or say nothing? That contracts is signed, it's done, like that. So the stigma basically was, the aura was, I was hating on Jeezy because Jeezy got signed. Okay. Now, if the people that were feeling that way understood the record business and what was going on with me being the president and co-owner of this company, then they would understand that that was our